Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad that you are here. Even though the game didn't go as well as we hoped, there were some positive moments. I mean, there was not a lot of positive moments, but there were a few positive moments that we want to talk about tonight. So I want to thank you for showing up to this stream. I know that it's hard to show up after a loss like this, but the Canucks go down tonight, and I had already made my banner for tonight's show, and it said Canucks 2, the Kraken 4, but it's actually, I need to change that to the Canucks 3, right? Canucks 3, the Kraken 4. Kraken come in and played well enough to win, and so we need to. Here's the big question for tonight, okay? The big question is this for this evening. Seattle was better tonight, or did Vancouver just not show up? That is a legitimate question I think Canucks fans are asking themselves or thinking about or wondering. I want to know your thoughts. Post them in the comments right here. Was Seattle better tonight, or did Vancouver not show up? Now, just a reminder that if you haven't followed my stuff yet, Kempner Canucks, I'm on Facebook, I'm on X or Twitter, whatever you call it, and I'm on YouTube. So if you haven't followed those channels, please, if you take a moment to do that, like and subscribe. I am trying to grow this channel. I just cracked 700 subscribers. I'm so excited about that. I want to thank you for being a part of that process. So tonight, let's talk about this. Did Vancouver show up, or did Vancouver not show up, or was Seattle just better this evening? Because we do, when teams are just better, we do need to give them some credit, right? So let's figure this out going forward. But I want to give a little bit before I dive into that. I mean, I'll explain maybe a little bit what I think on that. But let's talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. I'd usually do like the first period, second period, third period, or I do good, bad, and the ugly. Tonight, I think I'm going to do both. So because there was the good, and I think the good was the first period. I think we looked really good in the first period. We looked like the better team. I was very impressed with Vancouver's start. It just seemed like, we're going to win this game, right? We're going to win this game. So what is going on with my hat? Oh, there's a big stain on there or something. Anyways, it was kind of weird to see. Something weird's going with my phone too. Okay, so it just looked like we're gonna win this game. This not gonna be a problem at all. It's gonna be one of those games where it's like, hey, we're gonna win this game. It's 1-0. The Miller goal was it slid in over the line, and it was a good start. We looked good, and then all of a sudden the second period happened, and I felt like that is where Seattle started looking a lot better, a lot more confident, and I mean, they took the lead in that as well. I was surprised that they didn't give up. They didn't fight. Like Beniers was getting hit everywhere, and then all of a sudden he started turning it around. But then if you go into the third period, I think Seattle just started looking like the better team. And, even though it was 2-2, I think it was 2-2 going into the third, if I remember that correctly. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, it was 2-2 going into the third. They had scored 2 goals in the second period, and we had tied it up with the Hughes slap shot. It's just been like, it's like, okay, well, this is our moment, guys. This is where we get our paychecks. It's our moment to shine. And what is going on with this team, right? And all of a sudden, Seattle looked better in that. So now at the end, and as I was getting ready to, I was watching it as I was getting ready for this, and here is the Canucks came back right at the end, and Höglander ends up scoring, makes it close, and all of a sudden we had 2 glorious, I shouldn't say glorious, 2 decent opportunities to get that one in. I think it was Höglander that sailed it over the net, and then Hronek, I think it was him that shot it from the side, and with just a second or 2 left, and it was ricocheting everywhere from what I saw. But yeah, I mean, imagine if they tied it up, guys. Imagine right now if they tied it up. So, but let's talk quickly about the players who played well for Vancouver. I think it's a short list tonight, everyone. Honestly, like there weren't a lot of people that stood out, in my opinion, for Vancouver. I think JT Miller looked really good most of the night. Definitely played tough, had a couple bad moments, but overall, I mean, I think he was our best player on the ice tonight, personally. Höglander, I think, looked really good most of the night as well, worked really hard, and then was rewarded with that goal. Hronek, I thought he was solid, and Hughes, of course, and who else? Like, I don't even know who else. I don't think that Pettersson played great tonight. I don't think Kuzmenko played good tonight, even though, like, how do you come back? He got hit in the face with a shot from JT Miller, right? So Demko was not good tonight, guys. I'm a huge Demko fan. I love that guy. Think he's one of the best pieces to our team for sure. He did not play well. And even like we looked out of place, we looked out of sorts. I do agree that Miller's penalty was lazy and unnecessary. I do not know what you're like. One hand, throw it on there, and why? It was just so dumb. I can't believe that happened. So we're gonna get into some more about the game, but I want to dive in to your comments tonight. Let's dive in. Okay, so let's do this for a few minutes. David, welcome. Good to have you. A close game, but not very good. Last 8 days, ending Saturday Pacific time, 1-3-0-0 on wins in regulation, OT, and shootout loss. Oh my goodness. You know, you're right, man. And this is the thing. And I think someone posted in there, Jacob, you guys worried? I mean, this is where we start saying, hey, we understand when you lose a game. We don't understand when we lose 2 like that. This is Calgary and the Kraken, and we need to win both those. Those are divisional games that we need to win. So I can understand if people are starting to feel worried. I know people are upset. Steel Dog's not happy. What about that Höglander and personalized coming in with the positivity, right? Absolutely. I have concerns for Thatcher Demko. Really? Like, I just think this is a one-off. I don't think this is what we're going to normally see with Demko. He's a phenomenal goalie, right? But let's see what else. His play has gone down, in my opinion, to be honest. Interesting. Well, I'm going to take note of that. And thank you for commenting. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate that. That's the hardest loss of the season. Yeah, it was a disappointing loss for sure, right? And I know, talking with Canuck Clay, that when losses happen, especially losses like this, people don't really want to go into streams and talk. So I want to appreciate you guys and saying thanks for showing up and being a part of this tonight with me. I really, really appreciate it. And sorry for another correct prediction. Oh, dude, did you really say 4-2 Seattle? I couldn't remember. Oh, I mean, congrats, but Seattle was not better, and the Canucks did show up. The Canucks, what? You can't have both. You can't say both. Seattle was not better. I mean, they were, but okay, either they're better or they're not, right? They're better or they're not. Like the Canucks either did not show up or Seattle was better. Like that's it's just an ugly game where nothing went right. Okay, I mean, except for a few horseshoes. I don't know. Really? I don't know. Seattle was great. The Canucks were a no-show. Okay, see, Gary thinks that. Okay, Kraken were the better team, and no good defense hurt the Canucks, giving up 4 goals. Will push almost any team's luck, but this loss in regulation will also hurt in the standings. I agree, David. It is frustrating. Absolutely frustrating. Japan 4, welcome. Canucks looked really flat tonight. I mean, not to start, but yes. I don't know why in the second or third period it just didn't look like themselves. JT Miller in the first period, awesome. Hoglander in the third, awesome. Yes, I agree. Second period, was there a second period? Good one. Personalized. I love it. Absolutely love it. I mean, Seattle was okay, but the Canucks were a no-show. Demko wasn't good tonight. Absolutely, Gary. The third and fourth goals Demko gave up were ugly. I agree. I don't know if either of the first two, but I'm scrolling through Sportsnet Twitter videos trying to find out. Hey, David, go to NHL.com, and actually, I'll show it to you right now, just so you know. I've got it set up here. If you go to NHL.com or you download the NHL app, it literally shows you, as you can see here, you can click on the goals and watch the goals right away. It's quite an awesome app and an awesome website when you go into the actual game. Gives you everything you need to do. Like, look at this. Eberle's first star, 3 points. Full disclosure, Eberle is on my fantasy hockey team, so low-key happy about that. Okay. Hughes, just 1 goal, gets the second star. Beniers had 2 points, gets the third. Okay. So that's what I would recommend, bro, to do something like that and check out those there. So yeah. Anyways, Japan 4, Seattle kept the Canucks to the outside and made it tough to get. Yes, you are totally right on that. Brock took that last shot. Okay, it was Brock, not Hronek. Interesting. Too bad that didn't go in. The goal to tie said 1-1 was another ugly goal. Yes, I agree. Is Pettersson hurt? Something's off. He's always getting knocked off the puck. He's not looking like his dominant self. I don't know if it's an injury or he just has a little bit of a struggle here. I'm not really sure. Okay, Hoglander, what a presence. By the way, Patrick, welcome. I was expecting a lull after such a spectacular start. Hang in there, guys. This will pass too. I love the positivity. Let's go. Let's stay positive, Canuck fans. I know there's lots to be ticked off about. Kieran Ross, welcome. Miller had flashbacks from last year. Flashbacks from what? Well, being frustrated with his team. I can understand that, but I don't know if that's what you're saying. Personalized, can you say that Vancouver's lack of discipline contributed to the lackluster performance, resulting in the unnecessary loss? Kinda. I mean, I just think Personalized, you're just trying to rationalize this. It's either they didn't show up or the Kraken were better. Just saying. Okay, those are the options tonight. No, I'm just joking. You can say whatever you want. Okay, hurry. Sign PD now. Justin, I mean, after that performance, it's like maybe we just want to wait a minute. But yeah, good to have you here, man. I think a trade needs to be made sooner than later. Okay, but tell me what for. Like, what do you think needs to be done? Because there's lots of new rumors out there, and I'm going to do a video on trade scenarios real quick. In fact, I probably am going to end up doing a live stream about the trades because there's a lot of websites and scenarios that I want to show you that would make it easier than me making a video. It'd take too long to make. I mean, I can make a video, but I put in hours to make a video. It sucks, but it's awesome when you get that finished product and people really like your videos. So it's that love-hate thing that you have. David, on the Eberle goal, Demko was partially screened, but still the puck squeaked through his 5-hole. That means at least 3 ugly goals that I can count. No. That was tipped, bro. So that's not an ugly goal. That's not an ugly goal. So I'm out on that one. So appreciate your comment, but yeah. So and give credit where it's due. I just saw some replay and Myers was good tonight. I thought Myers was decent. I thought there was times where Myers was good, and then other times I'm like, oh, come on, bro, come on. So Jacob, welcome. He was good. Good hits and blocked quite a few. Yeah, I mean, that's the parts where I saw it, right? So Myers gave up that game-winning goal tonight. I know that's the part where I'm not forgetting about. And Gary, I am with you 100%. I am not worried about Demko. And then David says, I was able to later on find long enough Twitter videos, at least 40 seconds to determine if either of the first two goals Demko gave up had ugly, found that at least one has been. Okay. Ben, welcome, buddy. Welcome. Bieksa is only half blind. Okay, yeah, I want to talk about that. Thank you for the segue there. I literally have this in here. What do you guys think about Bieksa's comments in the first period and the second period? The first period was, and he's like, he is the Vancouver Canucks biased dude, right? That's what he's saying, is like, trust me when I say this, I'm all in on Vancouver. But he didn't think Miller's goal was crossed the line. I think the rest of the country, the rest of the NHL, the league office all thought it went in. That's my personal opinion. What do you think of BX's comments? Because I liked how Friedman was like, are you blind? You know what I mean? Also, in the second intermission, he had said that he thought that the Eberle tip was actually a high stick. So I would love to know what you guys think. So post in the comments, and we're going to talk about that. Let's see if anyone's jumped in there yet. Let's see. Okay, Canucks travel schedule is an easy fatigue set in a bit. Okay, let's see. Right here, Trevor. Oh, by the way, nice name, Trevor. That's my name too, right? So RevTrev. Trevor Evans, welcome again. That was a goal. I love Kevin Bieksa, but he's wrong on that. Maybe he got too many pucks in the head over the years. Not maybe, definitely. And punches too, right? He got in a lot of fights. So Personalized says the headquarters in Toronto has Kerry Fraser. Many people do not know this. Bieksa is wrong. Miller scored. Simple as that. I think the first one's quite obvious. What do you guys think about the second one? So I really think the team Waterboy did a great job. Okay, Gary, you were messaging me all night how frustrated you are with this game. That's hilarious. So yeah, I don't know. I think I agree with BX's one. I think the second one, the first one I disagree with. I disagree with both of his. First of all, the Miller's goal was obvious. Okay, the Miller's goal was totally obvious. The second one is, I thought it was a tie stick, but you couldn't tell. It has to be beyond reasonable doubt. It has to show that it doesn't. I don't think that it was a high stick. I think where his stick was coming down and where the puck hit the stick, by the way, that interaction between Friedman and Bieksa, that was awkward there. He's like who? Of course, we all know that. The thing is, Bieksa is like, no, there's people who are brand new watching the sport. That's why Freeman says it. But anyways, he says that the hits said it looked like a high stick to me. I was convinced it was going to be ruled a no-goal. I mean, I could see it. I just don't think he had enough evidence, right? Okay, like I said, when Hronek started playing with Hughes, it's not going to last with the other D-men, and it's now kind of showing at the lack of D depth. Well, it's because we have injuries, right? It's like we got Hirose out there and Juleson. We only want one of those guys out there usually, but we're missing Susie, and then we normally put Friedman out there. So it's interesting they got rid of Friedman, put in Hirose. Actually, that leaves me. Thanks for saying that. Because, wait a minute. Let me just go back here first. I have no idea where Freeman got this, but the Canucks may be interested in Nick Foligno. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Okay. Are we streaking yet? Oh, Personalized. Sucks to admit it. Seattle played better. Canucks didn't show up. What? Okay, he's playing by the rules now, guys. He's playing by the rules. Okay, now where were we here? This one. Okay, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this one though. Okay, Hirose and Myers. How did they do together? They're a third line pairing. I'd love for you guys to post in the comments what you thought, how they did tonight. I know that some of you thought that Myers did well. Others of you thought that Myers struggled. I think he did a little of both. But what do you think about that line? Excuse me. And do you think Hirose should be in the lineup? I would appreciate your comments on that. Okay, let's dive back into some more comments while I wait for you guys to comment on that. Okay. Canucks had 5 games in 7 nights. Guess what? We got another 5 games in 7 nights, or 10 games in 14 nights. Gee, that's not good. That is not good. We've got to find ways to win, guys. We've got to find ways. By the way, Toymaker, welcome. Okay, Japan 4. We need to make a trade for a top 2 to 3 D-men. That's hard, man. Nobody wants to give up those guys. So we give up Garland, who's a third line winger, or Bolivier, who's his fourth line winger, and you're going to get a top 3 D-man? You're going to have to give up more than that. Be careful what you wish for. So, just saying. I mean, unless you're talking Tanev and there's a rental, but I don't think they want that. I don't think that's why the deal hasn't been done. They don't want that. They don't want those guys. The second goal can be argued that it did not count, as the stick came down from a downward direction as opposed to an upward. Hence the stick. Yes, I agree. To begin with, do a downward. Absolutely. To me, there was a view of the Cogliano goal that was a low camera angle from Seattle's end, and it looked like a high stick. You could clearly see it, and it was above the crossbar. Interesting, Ben. Thanks for sharing that as well. So how you doing? Good to see you, man. I love that. So how you doing? Canucks have to have another plan besides getting their shots blocked from shooting it back at the point. Eventually it catches on, and the Kraken knew it. Everyone saw it. Yes. I felt like Kuzmenko did that a lot of times. Like the guy's standing right there and he's just shooting it right into his pads and right into his legs. And this is like, you're not fitting it through. Like it's like the window, you can't, it's really hard to hit that window. It's got to be like, you got to move around, you got to step around and then fire. I mean, what am I doing here? I'm the guy who has no business telling Kuzmenko what to do, right? So, hey, just a reminder, everyone, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe, please smash the like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you, Japan, I appreciate the support on that. Okay, Canucks have to have another plan. Oh, yeah, we just said that. Okay. Fun fact, on this day, 1996, Gino, we love Gino, passed Garth Butcher to become the Vancouver Canucks all-time leader in career penalty minutes. Gino was a maniac on the ice, and we sure do miss him. Love it when he scored as well. Missing Susie. Hope he's back before New Year's. I agree. Beauvillier and a first. No way, man. I don't want to trade first-round picks. So, like, see how valuable they were this year? I think Wielander is going to be a great addition. I don't want to move on from those, but, I mean, you're right. If we want a defenseman there, that's what's going to cost, is something and a first. That's exactly, and that's probably why I don't want to do it, but you're right. That's probably what it's going to cost. Breezebach can be back next game for the Canucks D. See what happens. That doesn't excite me at all, but I hear you. Gary, Miller's goal was legit, but the high stick goal wasn't conclusive, so you can't call it a goal. I agree. No Calgary D-men. Woo! So who do you want? Japan. Come on, you got to talk to us. Hirose was okay, pretty quiet. Myers struggled to watch on a regular basis. Juleson was good tonight. Yeah, I thought so too. Let's just go quickly there. I want to see box score. I want to go see how much time Hirose actually got tonight. 11 minutes. I mean, what are you going to do with 11 minutes? Juleson, though, with his 12, almost 13 minutes, I felt he was noticeable. That four hits was noticeable. Felt he was like a little bit tough to play against. Juleson with 2 penalty minutes, of course, out of the defenseman. He's the only one. But yeah, interesting. The time that people Lafferty only played 10. Höglander only played 10 and a half minutes, scored a goal, looked good all night. I think he needs more playing time. That's just my personal opinion there. What do you guys think? I didn't think Bluger played very well tonight, honestly. He wasn't good. Look at guys, 4 shots by Höglander. That's production there, guys. That's absolutely good production. So Beauvillier was kind of, I mean, I don't think he played well tonight. Joshua was okay. Kuzmenko wasn't the greatest, but I think he's, coming back from the injury. So yeah, anyways, let's go back to here and then PSI guy, they still look tired. They weren't playing very desperate. Yeah, they weren't playing desperate until the very end, honestly. First period, I thought they looked good. Second period, third period, I think they looked tired or sluggish, and Seattle kicked it into another gear. So is it the 2 hits? Is that how it is? The 2 hits? We go through these offensive stretches during games where we look super strong and then end up settling for a bad shot leading to a breakout, end up getting scored on. Yes, I know it's frustrating, isn't it? 3 seconds left, and we know it was the D going for the shot and hope a rebound to bury it in 3 seconds. What? Tocchet, your assistant coach, he needs some talking to about that. Interesting. Seattle clogged up the middle very well. Yep. And we got to remember, guys, that Seattle had 100 points last year. Like, this is, I know they had a rough start, but this is they didn't make hardly any changes. They're not a terrible team, and they're going to find ways to win. They did that last year. I think they're going to try to do that again. So Höglander needs to stay. Well, I think so too, but there's lots of rumors circulating. Eric, welcome. Sup all. What a bummer tonight. Absolutely. It was a bummer for sure. For sure. Okay. Höglander lacked minutes due to not being on a PK line nor a power play line. 10 minutes of ice time taken away due to this. Okay. That's a good point. Good point. Eric, with so much at stake this season, I'm beginning to feel like a big trade for a top 4 defender is needed, like Ekholm to Edmonton. Oh, man, it would be awesome. I would love that, but I do not see that. I think they are looking to add defensemen, not get rid of defensemen, just saying. But you're looking for a big defenseman like that. So Zadorov is the guy, right? If you're looking for a big defenseman, it's going to be that kind of a trade. But I mean, Tanev is a very good size, and Hannafin's huge too. So, but I don't know if the Flames actually do that with us. But yeah. So that was our conversation about the defense. We already talked about if this was a high stick. Let's talk really quickly about Monday. Monday, we are at home to the San Jose Sharks. And guys, this is incredible. This is great timing, isn't it? Like, after 2 bad performances by Vancouver, I think having San Jose come in now, San Jose has looked a lot better. So I want to be careful when I say things like that, right? Because maybe they'll come out. They shocked a few teams, especially Edmonton and some other teams like that. So let me just see. Why don't we get into? Let's do some scoreboard watching for a second here, okay, everyone. So the first game of the day, Minnesota's up by 1. Ottawa comes back and wins it in shootouts. Was a big fought win. The Philly-Vegas game, I watched a good part of maybe a period and a half of it. I was watching it, and then my son and I started watching some YouTube videos together. And then it was 1-0 or something like that when we were watching it for Philly. And we flipped back, and it was 3-3. And then so I ended up watching the end of that game as well. And wow, Philly deserved to win, but Vegas was very good today as well. There were so many great games on the tilt tonight. Nashville beating Chicago. I guess that's not a shocker. I know that Bedard. I'm trying to how do I not remember him? Bedard had another good game, but Nashville wins there. Tampa Bay. I mean, Kucherov was on fire tonight, guys, and he single-handedly, I think, kind of got the team back against Edmonton and won. I mean, Tampa Bay is a great team in my opinion. The other one was Boston beating down Montreal. Boston is just on fire. They are tied with Vegas, or they're number one in the league right now. They look unstoppable. So if we go here to Pittsburgh, Carolina, Crosby's been on a roll lately. I think he's on 11-game point streak, but Carolina is just a better team in my opinion. Not surprised about this 4-2 effort. This one was Calgary was up, I believe. Let's just look at it real quick. Calgary. So no, they were down 3-2, and then they scored. But Flames scored 2 to tie it up. Let's just see how that went. So, Sergegovich, he got the tie. He tied it up. So Flames fought back, guys. Islanders defeat Flames in shootout to end a 7-game skid. Wow, that's big time, I think. So, okay, let's get back to quickly. So Calgary loses, which is good, but they still get a point. New Jersey and the Rangers. That was a massive tilt tonight. Man, Jack Hughes comes back, scores a goal from since coming back from injury. The Rangers five goals against the Devils. That's good. That's a battle and a half. Winnipeg beats the Coyotes. That doesn't surprise me. Washington beating Columbus. Who cares? And then Colorado destroys Dallas 6-3, doubles them up, and then Canucks lose. Look at this. 5-1 final, the Kings. That is absolutely nuts, guys. Absolutely nuts. So I'll dive into some more comments here. Let's dive. We just have a few more left. If you have anything else you want to talk about, post it in here, guys. But Eric, okay, we already talked about that. So Seattle had 17 block shots tonight compared to Vancouver's 10. That's impressive. Okay, Trevor, teams are taking away time from our key players. They surround them quickly and don't allow them to make plays. Hughes and Pedersen in particular are getting shut down. I mean, I don't think Hughes got shut down, but I think Pedersen did. I think you could say that about Pedersen. So Hirose had 1 block playing just over 11 minutes tonight, while Myers had 2 assists, 2 hits, and 2 blocks. That's interesting. 1 block playing over minutes, but Myers had 2 assists. Yeah, you know what? Myers did have a decent game for sure. Yeah. I mean, just that giveaway just bothers me, right? So that's the hard part. So anyways, I'm gonna call it a night, guys. I know there wasn't this game was definitely frustrating to watch. I know a lot of you, but I appreciate you coming by. Please take a moment to hit that like and subscribe. Follow these channels on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I'd appreciate it. But the Canucks lose to the Kraken at home 4-3. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming out. And just before we do that, are the Canucks tired? Are they preserving energy for offense? Not sure, Toymaker. Good question. Flames seem to be on the way up, even with the shootout loss to the Isles. Oilers didn't do as well, losing in regulation. No, I agree. But Jack Hughes' team didn't do so well defensively. Yeah. And then have a good one, bud. Yeah, you guys have a great night. I'm going to throw up the outro. I think you guys are enjoying these as much as I am. I'm loving it. So have a great night. Thanks so much for coming out. Thanks for being a part of the stream. Appreciate you guys. And have a great day. Monday, the plan is to stream that game after that game as well. So have a good night. And go Canucks, go.